What's going on, snipers? Naeem Al-Abeidi here. This is our live stream today, so if you guys are watching this once it's already published, feel free to use the 1.5x speed in the description below. Hope you guys enjoyed this video though. I'm going to be talking about my portfolio and how I'm going to be positioning myself coming towards 2018. I am rebalancing my portfolio, as you guys know if you guys have seen some of my previous videos, and I'm also looking to invest in new coins long term. I'm taking a very different approach with this portfolio coming around. So let's go ahead and just kind of look at a couple different things here. We have our BTC chart pulled up. Of course, we want to talk about where BTC is headed right now. We do see a channel forming, and I am extremely excited that Bitcoin is finding some support around this level. Not that there are clear support levels, however, we are seeing some channels form, and over the next couple of days, we're going to really see what's going to happen here with Bitcoin. As you can see, we have this ascending triangle forming here. I'm going to just draw this out as a channel here just so that we can see these two support levels forming. Looks like we have some minor resistance right up here. Hopefully it can pass that resistance level here and then break through that channel, and we can definitely see Bitcoin going up in value over the next couple of days. The RSI is in a beautiful position right now. We're looking at an RSI right around 56.17, which is extremely good because at the end of the day, when the RSI is under 60, that means it has a lot of room to grow. We can definitely see some breakout coming over the next couple of days. If you guys haven't noticed already, you go to CoinMarketCap, Ethereum is up despite Bitcoin being in the red. Now, Bitcoin did recover a little bit, so Ethereum just didn't go as low. So as Bitcoin recovered, it is still kind of following Bitcoin's pattern, but in a little bit more of a dramatic way. And as you can see, the drops are more dramatic, but the rises are more dramatic as well, which is interesting to see here with Ethereum. And as you guys know, I'm really going long on Ethereum from now on, just because all of these ICOs are built upon Ethereum's platform. I think that's something that's so important for you guys to understand. Just the fact that Ethereum is holding all of these ICOs, Ethereum is really the one that's really enabling individuals from all around the world to have the ability to really raise funds for their idea, their company, or what they want to do within the blockchain community and so forth. So let's go ahead and see who we have here on our live stream. What is up, guys? Who do we have tuning in today? We got Joey King here. He says, thoughts on Verge now that it's pretty low. Verge is definitely on my portfolio, Joey. I'll definitely tell you that. We're going to talk a lot about Verge today. Who's on here? Jaden said, let's go. Dave said, I like how I have all the coins in the title of your live stream. Thanks again, Naeem. No problem, Dave. Good to have you back. Nadeem is here. Thanks. Good to have you. The Tan One. Aaron Manning. Good to have you. Jaden Saracino. I like that. It's an Italian last name. Peter Pang. What's up, Peter? Good to have you. I like ETH. I do too, Mr. Pang. Mr. Parker, eat, shirt, and die. Peter Pang, man, I just realized that you've been with us for such a long time, man. I remember giving you moderator status a couple streams ago. I noticed that yesterday, which is awesome. What up, Donovan? What up, Wolfgang? What up, Sean? What up, Stan? What up, Josh Can? What up, Lars, Moles, David, Bitcoin, Brian, Jamie Enrique Cruz. That sounds like a movie actor's name. Giovanni Ramirez. I like it. What's up, guys? Shiraz, Monster, Crypto Lawn, Chanel. I'm seeing a lot of females come into the market, guys. What's up, Mohammed? Jamie Enrique Cruz. Once again, Kevin Lopez. I like that. That's a popular guy's last name. What's up, Scott? Good to have you on. He's saying smash that like button. Scott was mad because yesterday we had like 88 likes and 500 viewers, where we typically have way over 200-300 likes. So smash that like button, guys. Don't let us down. But Scott's awesome. He's our promoter, and he's doing such a great job. Merry Christmas to all of you guys. Did you guys enjoy your holidays? Yes or no? If you guys are celebrating holidays, I know there's Christmas, Hanukkah. There's tons of different holidays going on right now. I think Eid as well for some people. I may be mistaken. Merry Christmas, Gammon now. What's up? Gavin Evans, peace to you, brother. What's up, Joel Rule? What's up? Alvin, what's up? From the Philippines, Joseph Yayan. I'm planning to go to the Philippines, Joseph. Message me soon, man. Maybe we can meet up when I'm out there. I was just in Thailand. What's up, David? What's up, Joey King? Aaron Manning? Judo said, yes, sir. I need to know some doggy coin. Please say some, bro. Nadeem, we actually started a doggy coin chat in Discord, so you guys can check that out. If it does die down, I am going to delete that, but for now, we do have that up on our Discord. What is your nationality? I'm actually Middle Eastern, so my parents have come from Iraq, and I was born here in Orlando, Florida, and I love the United States. Rumo, shout out to Rumo, shout out to Dave, shout out to Woo Lee. Greetings from Korea. Wow. Man, you must be paying a premium for your Bitcoin. What's up, Sam Pukera? Andrew, keep up the great vids. Thank you, brother. Denial, what up? The tan one, do you speak Arabic? I'm Lebanese. Shwaya, just a little bit. What up, Jamie? See you in PH, man? Yeah, man. Did you bang a ladyboy? No, I did not bang a ladyboy. Josh can. David, Merry Christmas to you, man. Electronium, Frank said Electrium. I'm Portuguese. Bragado, legend. Bragado. What's up, All Things Profit? Ladyboy coin. Wooly said, oh yeah, LOL. Joey King, what do you think about John Mcafee's pumping coins? I think that's awesome, to be honest with you. Alex, what's up, Alex? I mean, I don't think it's awesome. From Kashmir, wow. No Omnis to go in Discord yet? Oh, I'll probably have one of those, Andrew. Good call. Can you put that in the feedback so I can remember? What's up, Australia? Billy, Blendy, I'm going to go out there. You guys have beautiful scenery out there. Beautiful. Kashmir, I got you, man. Don't worry. I'm Javanese. Greeting from Java Land. That sounds like a fun place. Let's see. VXPTC says, looking forward to watching John McAfee eat his own pride. New Zealand. Wow. Aesthetic films. That is awesome. NEM. Bro, you going to talk about Stellar that you missed last vid? Did I miss it? I think I did. I may have missed it in the video, but Stellar... Are you guys sure I missed it? I think I re-recorded that video. It corrupted the first time around, which is so frustrating, but no big deal. Israel, wow, good to have you. We'll talk about Stellar today for sure. That's one of the coins on my list, by the way. TRX and NEM. I'm going to be doing a video on TRX soon, so I know a lot of you guys asked about Tron. Somebody said, check Peter. What do you mean? Check Peter's Twitter? Why do I need to check Peter's Twitter? Andrew said, yeah, definitely. How many countries have you been to? Not many. I've been to Dubai. I've been to Thailand. I've been to Qatar. I've been to the Dominican Republic. I've been to a couple places. Tyler said, bye now. Brooklyn in the house. What up, Brooklyn? Do you speak Arabic, Naeem? Osama, I speak Shwaya. I understand Arabic completely. I just can't speak it, unfortunately. Artificial. Just kidding. Okay, guys, so let's go ahead and talk about a couple things here that are on my mind. I know I missed Stellar, of course, on the video. I'm not sure why I missed it, but I really like Stellar, guys. You know, if you guys don't know what Stellar is, let me kind of show you guys a little bit about Stellar. And Peter even, I can tell Peter is a fan of Ether, and I do like Ether a lot. I like anybody that's a fan of Ether. I think there's a lack of fans of Ether. I think we are lacking people that have belief, or at least have the you know, the belief in themselves to invest in Ether, because I feel like it's just overlooked. I don't think it's because of the technology. I don't think it's about anything other than the fact that it's just number 2 and nobody's watching it. People are looking at everything but Ether, and I just have a lot of belief in Ether, especially after talking to some very, very successful individuals in cryptocurrency. You know, some of them I consider my mentors, like Yazan and who was the other, Brian, and you know, guys that have created coins, created blockchain technology based applications, and you know, at the end of the day, it's all built on Ethereum. I mean, it's the Linux of crypto. I mean, it's the most, in my opinion, it's the safest and most diverse investment you can make. And that's what you want to do. Look, NEM is killing it, 20.33% up. But Stellar, why do I like Stellar, right? We look at Stellar here, we're, you know, just kind of cruising around. We got a total supply of 103 billion, circulating supply of 17 billion. And as you can see, we have volume here at 66 million, market cap $4 billion. We did see this huge run up. That's not something I like to always see when I'm investing in a coin. However, I do love the fact that Stellar has a very strong founder behind it, and you know, he's had some mishaps. I mean, who doesn't? But at the end of the day, he's had a lot of success. He's impacted industries, and that's what matters at the end of the day. Whether or not you like him or not, I know he started MT Gox, and at the end of the day, that wasn't really the best. You know, it didn't end the best way, but it was a very successful exchange. You know, little to none of you guys probably have used it because it was around quite a bit of time ago, but it was one of the first most successful exchanges. A lot of money was lost though, just due to some stuff. It wasn't like it was hacked or anything. He didn't take the money, but it was just, you know, just I would call it improper handling is what it was. And you know, but prior to that, he started a file sharing company in the 90s, and he took advantage of the .com boom, and he became extremely successful. I think he created a $14 million passive residual income. He hired a CEO to run the company recently, doesn't have to work there and do anything anymore. So the fact that he's had success, and he created Ripple, by the way. So he created Ripple and he left Ripple. So at the end of the day, Ripple is a technology he left behind. So with all of those things on his belt, all of those belt buckles that he has, all of those notches on his belt, it just kind of makes me feel like, you know, Stellar is definitely something that I would want to put my money in. And not only that, I believe in the technology. It's pretty much what Ripple is looking to do, just in a different way, you know. Not only does he want to help banks, but he wants to help the unbanked become banked. So at the end of the day, you know, it's a different market than Ripple. It's not going to compete with Ripple, in my opinion. It's just going to impact the industry in a different way. Very similar to how Ripple is impacting banks, but to a different demographic, which is necessary. So that's my my thoughts on Stellar. That's definitely going to be on my portfolio for 2018. I haven't completely finished my portfolio. I'm not really worried about where prices are at right now, because the way I invest, see, I'm almost like the type of investor that doesn't matter when I invest. I'm not ever rushed to invest. If you guys ever feel rushed to invest, you know, I would be a little bit weary of doing any sort of investments with you, to be honest with you, because you should always be confident about your investments, because it's not really about it. I mean, yes, part of it is timing, but at the end of the day, you know, if you have your stop losses set up correctly, if you have, you know, your alert set up, if you have, you know, your positions in line, and you're prepared to know when to take profits, when to rebalance your portfolio, and so forth, then you pretty much just can invest at any moment that you want to invest in, and what happens to the price, you will act upon it. It's not the price that controls you, but you control the price. Oh man, that was fire. Write that down. I'm gonna spit fire today, guys. Was that fire? What do you guys think? Am I spitting fire? I don't know how I feel about people from MT Gox doing a crypto. Not only is it people, it's the founder, unfortunately. Now, can you help someone who has been in crypto for a week learn about stop losses? Yes, Michael B. I made a video called How to Trade in the Bitcoin Bubble, how to make profit in a Bitcoin bubble. Watch that, and it's all about stop losses. Michael B said, how to set it up. I mean, yes, that's on my videos, or just join our Discord, and on our Discord, you can find some help. I have all my resources listed on there. Dave Stuff said, no. Peter Pang said, yes, you are spitting fire. Thank you, Peter. Man, Peter is always on my side. You guys don't gotta be on my side. At least I got Peter on my side. He said, breathe more fire. Bill said, make fire. 100% true, unless you have to wait 8 days for your money to hit. Yes. MTGox is shady. We'll check it. Thanks. Awesome, Michael. Is Redcoin a good coin? I think everybody's talking about Redcoin just because John Mcafee tweeted it. Maldy said, will Verge reach 50 cents? Possibly, right? Now, can you tell us, when do we take profits? You know, I like to, I don't really look at it as taking profits. I like to rebalance my portfolio. If you guys know what if you guys don't know what rebalancing is, Stan 188 said you're spitting lava. That's even better, isn't it? Kevin D said, I don't know why John McAfee is pumping Redcoin. Redcoin will be, when will it be on Binance? Man, shout out to Scott LaRock, by the way. He does so much work on our live stream and our Twitter. Everybody say thank you, Scott. Everybody say thank you, Scott. He really helps out. He promotes the right things on our Twitter, and promotion is necessary, especially when you're running a community. You want to be able to expose the community to the right people, and let's all say thank you to Scott. I just want to give him a shout out real quick, and we'll talk about rebalancing so you guys can understand when to take profits, because that is part of taking profits. Everybody's saying thanks, Scott. Love it. Thank you, Scott. Awesome, guys. Love the appreciation. So what is rebalancing? What does rebalancing mean, right? If you guys have traditional finance background, you understand rebalancing. But we'll go ahead and look this up here so we can give you guys a dummies definition, because that's typically what you find on Google, right? Rebalancing is the process of realigning the weightings of a portfolio of assets. Rebalancing involves periodically buying or selling assets in a portfolio to maintain an original desired level of asset allocation. What is asset allocation, huh? Let's go ahead and pull up asset allocation. I talk about asset allocation all the time, and for me, it's my form of risk management. Asset allocation creates risk management. What is asset allocation? It's the rigorous implementation of an investment strategy that attempts to balance risk versus reward by adjusting the percentage of each asset in an investment portfolio according to the investor's risk tolerance, goals, and investment time frame. What is risk tolerance? Let me go ahead and pull up that definition here. So I have a very high risk tolerance in a bubble. Why? Because prices at any moment can drop. So risk tolerance is the degree of variability in investment returns that an investor is willing to withstand. In economics and finance, risk aversion is the behavior of humans when exposed to uncertainty and attempting to lower that uncertainty. So understand this, for me personally, when we are seeing a market here that has seen over 1,000% growth over the past couple of months, thousands of percents of growth, you should have a high risk tolerance in my opinion, because at any moment in time, that's why I was able to save myself right on top here where Bitcoin crashed. Let's not say crashed. It corrected itself. It was a healthy correction. And I was able to sell my Bitcoin at $18,200. Why? $250 at the minimum. That was my last 50% sell. I sold on top of that. I sold at $18,750, $18,500, and then $18,250. And the reason I was able to do that and lock in my profits is because I have a very high risk tolerance in a bubble market, which you should too. This isn't trading advice. Once again, legally, I cannot inform you guys and give you guys trading advice. However, I am going to be doing some portfolio reviews. As you guys know, somebody asked, how do you get portfolio reviews? If you guys don't know, well, obviously, John246 doesn't know. You pretty much go to our Discord, or the link is in the description below. And if you are a Patreon, you can pull up our Patreon page. And we actually are, I think we have one more spot left. I'm not sure if we have one more. We may have sold out with the portfolio reviews. But I may add one or two more just because I am still working on the system. But anyways, the link is in the description below. I am doing portfolio reviews if you guys do need those done. But I'm also doing trade alerts and stuff like that. It's all under in the Patreon down below. Just go to VIP access here, click become a Patreon. But at the end of the day, what I really want to talk to you guys about is understanding what risk management really is. And if you do have a portfolio and you guys aren't getting that portfolio looked at by a third party, this is what I can tell you right now. You have to balance your portfolio in a way where other coins can almost inversely act according to your coins in that portfolio. So let's go ahead and look at a little bit more of a deeper definition here of rebalancing now that we're getting towards that. Are you guys with me, by the way? Are you guys understanding what rebalancing means? Say yes if you guys are. You guys understanding rebalancing? Do you guys understand what the definition is? Let's see. Are you guys understanding asset allocation? Hernandez said yes. Mr. Parker said yes. Donovan Peter said yes. Wonderful. Can you show Monero for me? I need to get out of my position. You need to get out of your position. As if it's like a shift you're trying to get rid of. Brian O'Connor, yes. Daniel, yes. Mark, yes. Kevin, yes. Peter Pang just posted his longitude and latitude. I'm just kidding. Akram, yes. Tyson, yes. Nick, yes. C. Schrader, Crypto Futures, no. Yes, yes. Joey, Brian, Bill said yes. Mark said, can Ethereum hit 20,000? Crypto Futures is the only one that says no. Ben says yes. Bill says yes. Hank says yes. She Schrader says no as well. Well, at least the majority said yes. You guys have to probably become patrons if you don't understand it. Because if you don't understand it with these basic definitions, then either do your own research or you know, seek professional help, or or take a perspective from a person who has experience. In my perspective, that's what I would do, and that's what I did. I looked for mentors. I looked for people that were in life where I wanted to be, doing the things I wanted to do, and that's how I was able to, really start becoming more proactive about my investments and what I was doing, and that's really what helped me do a lot. Shout out to Brian. He just became a Patreon. Shout out to Brian. Shout out to Nick Grace as well for becoming new patrons. So let's go ahead and just kind of complete our definition here. So we're looking at rebalancing here and asset allocation. For example, say an original target asset allocation was 50% stocks and 50% bonds, right? And I probably already know what this example is going to say. but we'll just read it here. If the stocks performed well during that period, so let's say if the altcoins, why don't we replace this with altcoins and Bitcoin? So for example, say an original target asset allocation was 50% Bitcoin and 50% altcoins. If the Bitcoin performed well during that period, it could have increased the Bitcoin's weighting of the portfolio to 70%. So now Bitcoin is 70% of your portfolio and altcoins are now 30%. An investor may then decide to sell some Bitcoin and buy altcoins to get the portfolio back to the original target allocation of 50-50. Bam, that's asset allocation. We're not gonna have to get any more deeper than that. Did that help out, guys? Did that make sense? At least you understand the general concept. Now, you're probably asking yourself, well, how could I apply that? How could I enable that? That's a different story. That's more so strategic, you know, understanding, looking and seeking from different perspectives what other people's assets look like. And if you guys are not on our Discord, I will soon be posting my portfolio. First, it will be going to our Patreons, and not only am I going to show my Patreons the portfolio, I'm going to have a private discussion with them and actually go in depth and screen share exactly what I'm doing and why I'm doing it for each and every coin. So that's going to be for our Patreons, and you know, and that's for any Patreon. Well, actually, no, there's going to be specific tiers on that. Sorry. And then I am going to also post it on our Discord in announcements when that is complete as well. So all of you guys on our Discord are going to have the ability to see that as well. So if you're not on Discord, I would highly recommend clicking the link in the description below. We actually just added some new definitions here. So you have all of these trading patterns here to teach you guys how to really trade in the cryptocurrency market, as well as understanding trading in general, because trading is not just cryptocurrency. It's a universal principle that can be used in Forex, stocks, and so forth. So you also have your helpful read sections. If you don't understand Bitcoin, here's something I want to talk about really quick, because this is important, guys. And I'm not just sitting here trying to show you guys books, but at the end of the day, you have to educate yourself before you invest in anything. If you listen to any famous investor, any professional investor, they tell you this all the time. They say, first understand what you're investing in, because if you don't understand what you're investing in, then it's going to be really hard to make decisions based on your lack of knowledge, because you're literally making these... Pedro said, nice jazz music selection. Thank you, brother. This is the stuff I listen to and I'm in my focus zone. But you're making decisions that are almost like uninformed decisions. And would you rather make informed decisions or uninformed decisions? Post it in the chat right now. Would you guys rather make informed decisions or uninformed decisions? We're going to have some people say uninformed decisions. Just watch. Somebody said, invest in Tesla. I know I am. To Mars. LMAO Matthew. Albo said, have you heard of DRGN? It was created by Disney. No, I haven't, Albo. I'll look into that. Disney's right across the street from me, literally, in Orlando. By the way, Israel are developing its own ILS cryptocurrency. I don't know how I'd feel about buying an Israeli cryptocurrency. I bought How to Get the Free Money book. Awesome. Let me know how it is. Go to the success stories and post it. Informed. Peter Pang said informed. YouTube said MCN. Blue said no condom. I'm sorry. Should have never read that. Joey King said, no, my ears. What? Recommending books is the stuff that makes me immediately respect you. That is awesome, man. Thank you. Just tell me where to put my money so I can go to the moon. Daniel Tran. Well, you might just need to follow John Mcafee. Gory said, so there is a name to what? Yes, there is a name. Thoughts on HST? Haven't looked at that, Brendan. Sorry. Informed all the way to the moon. Yep. Wandering Being said, uninformed is more exciting. LOL. Well, you must be an extrovert. Casual Germ said, uninformed, high risk. That is... I can't believe you guys said that. That is not the right answer. Whatever. Guys, this guy is a complete noob if he doesn't know what DRGN is. Well, I am looking at hundreds of other coins, so sorry that I didn't look at your coin that probably isn't even on the coin market cap top 50. So why don't we look at it right now? DRGN. DRGN. Dragon Chain. Let's pull it up. Yeah, rank number 80. So I'm sorry that I don't know about rank number 80 at 89 cents with a $213 million market cap that can easily be influenced by one whale. So I'm sorry that I didn't look at your coin that could be manipulated by price extremely easily. I'm really sorry. I just didn't know about it. I'm a complete noob because I didn't know about it. Yeah, give me a break. A lot of you guys need to really get informed. I think you guys need to start understanding what is a distributed ledger? What is blockchain? What is it even? What implications can it have on real estate, right? What implications can blockchain have on other aspects of title management, right? Car titles, home titles, land titles, right? And Jacob said, Elba, he just took a something on that coin. Ripple to the moon, yes. Verge, burn, yeah. Blockchain for voting, Mr. Parker, yeah. Augur, right? Augur is a really good coin. Matter of fact, this is something I'm looking at. Gory said, I love driving blind. That's not fun. Here's another coin I'm looking at for my portfolio of next year, Augur, right? Somebody just mentioned decentralized voting. Thank you for mentioning that. So Augur is implementing that exact concept, and it's basically, the concept is put your money where your mouth is. One thing I do like about Augur, I'll show you guys just in a second. Shout out to Keenan Yilmaz for becoming a new Patreon. I'll be seeing you around soon. What I do like about Augur, as you can see, there's not much of like a crazy breakout just yet. Obviously, you see this parabolic increase in price, but it's not as dramatic as you see with some other coins like Verge, for example. If you were to pull up Verge's chart, look at Verge. And this is, I mean, this is a basic principle. I mean, we're just looking at a chart and how it looks. But at the end of the day, that does matter because you can see, all right, has this really had a breakout yet? Like if you look at Verge, Verge is just completely, you know, distorted. And I'll show you guys right now as soon as this loads up. But when you look at the Verge chart, look at that. Look how crazy that looks compared to the one we just looked at. You can barely see where it was a couple months ago because it went so high up. So, you know, that I'm not saying that is a reason to just not look at something. Maybe it's just because people are valuing it a lot higher now. But at the end of the day, sometimes for me, I'm just kind of like, do I want to buy in a long-term, you know, do I really want to have my stop losses trigger? You don't want your stop losses to trigger. I don't want my stop losses to trigger. I wish I could just buy a coin and let it ride its way up, which I've been really focusing on for my portfolio in 2018, because it's just kind of hard to set up a portfolio when you see all of these gains over the past couple of weeks, not even months. Like, it's just the past couple of weeks. So I would say be very careful setting up your portfolio for 2018, guys. But that's one thing I like about Augur. And yes, it's decentralized prediction market. So Augur combines the magic of prediction markets with the power of a decentralized network. Somebody said, what is a prediction market? Let's go ahead and show you guys a prediction market here. If you guys don't know what a prediction market is, it's basically voting. But we'll go ahead and show you guys the formal definition here. Prediction markets, also known as predictive markets, information markets, decision markets, idea futures, event derivatives, or virtual markets, are exchange-traded markets created for the purpose of trading the outcome of events. The market prices can indicate what the crowd thinks the probability of the event is. So if you guys want to see a quick little image that explains what this is, you can just kind of look at this, how a market predicts, right? So it's talking about prediction markets use investors' opinions to generate a price for shares in a given event. It's almost like having shares of yes and no, right? So that's kind of what a prediction market is. And it's cool the fact that we're finding this in a decentralized manner, because prediction markets are extremely successful, but seeing it decentralized, and that's another thing I look for, guys. I look for something that was successful. I look for a concept. Write this down if you guys are taking notes. I look for concepts when looking at ICOs, right? I've been meaning to make an ICO video about how to analyze ICOs, because, you know, I analyze many ICOs, and that's why sometimes when I get requests, it's hard to take all of the requests. But one thing I look for is a concept that was extremely successful in a centralized manner that could now be transitioned into a decentralized environment and then become even more successful. Because if it didn't work in a centralized way, why is it going to work in a decentralized way? That's just my opinion. Because at the end of the day, decentralization wasn't even a concept decades ago, but centralization was. So if the idea, see, we're not in a world where we're finding, yeah, we're going to find new ideas. You know what blows my mind? Social media before, guys, check this out. Social media, Corey said, get me some bread too. Mr. Smith, no one on the planet claims to know the future markets. That's interesting. K3 control. Can we look at OST, please? We're not doing predictions right now. Just we'll take some requests soon, though. So 88 promising. Yes. So anyways, I was talking about centralized versus decentralized ideas and how centralized ideas are pretty much... Brian O'Connor, how important is it that I keep track of what price was BTC? I cannot even read that whole question. Anyways, so that's the concept. By the way, guys, I do want to mention I am looking for somebody that can build computers. I am looking for a couple different individuals for some expansion that I'm doing here. Now that we've got our Patreon started, obviously now I'm looking to find some people that we can start, you know, helping people that can help out with the development of Snipers Tube. So if you guys are interested, you know, we can definitely get you guys recognition if you guys want that, or, you know, we can talk about, you know, what type of deal we can cut here. But I am looking for somebody that knows how to build computers, just at least has some knowledge, and maybe can help me, you know, determine what parts I might need, maybe even walk me through a little bit of like where's the best place to look in terms of guides on building the computer, something that's really strong for streaming, because I am looking to stream. And then I also would like to, I'm putting the background music down a little bit, sorry. I'm also looking for somebody that can design websites. So if you are a web designer, I would love to have you reach out to me. I'm looking for somebody that can start developing our Snipers Tube official website. It's going to be a resource for all of our community members to access. And then I'm also looking for a graphic designer. So if you're a graphic designer and you would like some exposure and some medallions, you know, definitely reach out. You can message me on Discord. Here's the best thing you guys can do, really, is just send me information like immediately. Like if you're a graphic designer, make a logo or make even like a whole logo pack. Give me a YouTube banner, Twitter banner, Facebook, give me everything, send it to me, and that's the first message you send me. I'm looking for somebody that can take initiative quick. Not somebody that's going to ask me about, okay, you need this, you need that, what type of, you know, how many lines do you want in your logo? Like, just go make, if you're confident in your abilities, go make something and then send it to me, and then let me know what, you know. And for the web designer, you know, obviously I'm not going to say go make a website, but you know, I'm not saying I don't know what I'm looking for, but you know, I feel like most people know what they're good at, and if you can make something that's going to really help the community, that's pretty much probably what I want. Something that looks really nice. So that's just a quick, you know, message that I would like to put out there. If you know how to build computers and stuff, maybe you can just send me a list of parts and stuff on Discord, because I get tons of messages, hundreds of messages. If I don't reply, message Alan. He's one of the admin on our Discord, and that could also be of your help. If you guys want to look at what we're doing here, if you guys aren't on Discord, the link is in the description below. You can just click my name and private message me. And Alan as well, he is one of our admin, so you can message either one of us. And then if you guys don't know what Discord is, it's just a community that we have open, and it's a free resource to learn and communicate about all things cryptocurrency, guys. So you have all of these different chats here, so you can look at Bitcoin, talk about Bitcoin, Ethereum, Ripple. Ripple has been popping. People have been blowing Ripple up. But yeah, so computer, somebody that can build a computer. If you can send me a list of parts that would be best for streaming simultaneously through Twitch and YouTube, a web designer that knows how to build, HTML5, Java websites that can really bring a lot of, aesthetic beauty to the plate, and then a graphic designer that can just make things start looking a lot better. So that would be ideal, and I just wanted to put that out there. So with that being said, let's take some requests, guys. We'll take some of your YouTube requests here, and whatever you guys want to look at, we'll look at some coins right now. And we'll continue talking about some of my picks as well. Maybe if I see a request that I like that is going to be on my portfolio, we'll look at that. How about that? What do you think about Electroneum future? I really like Electroneum, Mr. Ahmed. I have Electroneum. I have a long position that I don't plan to sell, and that's it. JavaScript, Nelson said. Can we look at OST? I think is a really good steal right now. ADA, Verge. I recently sold my XRP at 116. Should I invest back into the coin? I rebalance. XRP, Doggy. Look into Icon, Ripple, Doggy Coin, OST, XVG, DGB, Digibyte, Tron, OST, Digibyte. All right, I keep hearing Digibyte, Tron, and what else? I hear Digibyte, Tron, and a couple others. So we're going to look at Digibyte and Tron first, and Doggy, I hear about that. Shout out to Rick Weeby. He actually just pledged, became a Patreon. Thank you so much for becoming a new Patreon, Rick. But let's go ahead and look at Digibyte, Tron, as well as Verge. I know you guys wanted to look at Verge. Let's go ahead and also pull up the coin market cap as well, just to see what we're looking at here in terms of coin pricing here. Let me go ahead and just update something here on my chart. I'm going to add some indicators here. So I do want to add my 50-day moving average as I look at these coins. I may start getting a little bit more advanced as we start getting into a little bit more into like the late December time, early January. I'm going to get a little bit more advanced with what I use in front of you guys, because I feel like a lot of you guys are getting it. Are you guys getting a lot of what we're doing, guys? Say yes if you guys are understanding, you know, RSI and volume and stuff. And if not, just say no. Let me know so I know how many of you guys are still, you know, beginners, quote unquote, or professional, right? Let's see what you guys say. Karen Deep Singh, what are your long-term holds? That's exactly what we're going to talk about today, brother. Yes, yes. Steinhardt said yes. Stan said yes. Wolfgang said yes. Crypto Ken said yes. Brian said yes. Awesome. Jen said yes. Where in the U.S. are you from? Orlando, Florida, Christos. Orlando, Florida. Let's see. Yup, yes. Nobody said no. Interesting. I like it. Beautiful. That means you guys are pretty much all up to speed. You guys know what you're doing. That is exactly what I'm looking for. So what we'll do then, we'll start using a little bit more of a complex chart. And, you know, especially when we have less than 500 viewers, you know, once we start getting a lot of viewers, we know there's new people. So we don't want to, you know, be overwhelming on the newest people. But for now, we can definitely look at what we're planning to look at here. So pretty much, let's pull up Doggy Coin first. I know a lot of you guys have asked about that. I think this was one of the only coins that were up today. There was like 4 or 5 coins that were up today. And then we'll see here what is popping with Doggy Coin. Why are we seeing this price just start, you know, parabolically going up? Obviously, prices are going up. There's no doubt about it. Let's see if there's any indication as to why this price is going up. Seems to me that there's not really a pattern that is forming at this point. No mature pattern. What I do want to see here, though, is where could we start heading over the next couple of weeks? And in complete honesty, you know, we're seeing a lot of buy volume. You know, this volume here is just insane. I think that has to do with John Mcafee. I think he tweeted this coin out. I'm not sure. I'm pretty sure he did. He may have not, but I know he's been tweeting a lot of coins out. I know he tweeted out several coins and bringing a lot of attention towards these coins, almost like promoting, which I know there are some legality issues with that, but this is interesting. There's not really a pattern. As you guys can see, if you guys don't know, I try to look for patterns. You can't really predict prices. I love repeating that statement so you guys can just understand the fact that nobody can predict prices, but you can always look at patterns. So for those of you on our Discord, if you go to Trading 101, you guys can see all of these patterns here. This is what I'm looking for. I'm looking to see, are there any sharp movements in price happening, or even any sort of resistance and support levels being built. And as you can see, every single pattern has a support and resistance level. And that is what you're looking for. If you cannot see a support and a resistance level built on a chart, it's going to be really hard to form any sort of pattern. So obviously there isn't any right now. And if we do go to like a 30-minute chart, we can probably see maybe a small pattern forming. But I just don't think the 30-minute chart is accurate enough to really look at if you are trading in you know, in the hourly chart. It's a lot more reliable in my opinion. I try not to go too close in. Sometimes I use the 1-minute chart if I'm really swing trading and I'm really, you know, getting serious into it. But at the end of the day, you know, it's not necessarily the most accurate chart to look at because that can be very distorted. and you're not really seeing a long-term pattern. You're more so seeing what is the price going to be in the next couple of minutes if you're looking at the 1 minute chart. So I would say to just let this chart mature a little bit, you know, probably just give it some time, and then maybe we can see what happens. So that's Doggy Coin. Let's take the other request here. I know somebody said XVG. Beautiful, beautiful pennant. Look at that. I see a pennant. Let's go ahead and clear this chart out. Remove all indicators. As you guys can see, if you guys don't know what a pennant is, we'll go on our Discord and I'll show you guys exactly how a pennant looks. Pennants are one of my favorites because, I don't know, for me, I always have good luck with pennants. But pennants are pretty much where you see the price pattern start to form and get a little bit more narrow after a recent rise in the price. So you can see the price rose up in the pennant, and then you see that it starts to kind of create these small support and resistance levels, but it gets more and more narrow. And it's exactly what we're seeing here with the XVG chart, which would be good. Now, what's going to be interesting to see is it going to break out positive? So that's really where you want to make your position when you're looking at a pennant, or at least that's where I like to make my position when looking at a pennant. As you can see, this is pretty much where the pennant is forming. I would even say just kind of like right there. It's just a slight slant, but that's nothing to be afraid of. So I would watch this to see, is this going to continue in this path? And really what you can do at this point is just kind of see if is it going to pass the 24-cent level. And if Verge does pass that level, I can definitely see another breakout in the scope for Verge. I know a lot of attention has been coming to this coin because of a lot of different reasons. You know, I even covered the coin on one of my YouTube videos because I like Verge, and it's one of the coins that I definitely plan to implement into my 2018 portfolio. So if you guys are wondering what is my portfolio going to look like in 2018, Verge is definitely on there because at the end of the day, what Verge for me is a substitute for Monero or even a competing coin with Monero. So that's Verge. Let's take some other requests, guys. Post your requests. Let's take some YouTube requests. Naim, can you do a beginner perspective for the next one? If you asked, the majority said yes, but I'd still appreciate Michael B. Yeah, we can do that, man. I'm not going to use the crazy stuff yet. RSI on Verge? Let's look at the RSI, Farhan. Good question. Yeah, I removed my indicators. I'll remove my indicators. We'll probably do a more advanced one. You know, I really don't want to do advanced ones on the YouTube in general because that's not what this was meant for. If you think about how all of you guys got started with my YouTube channel, or our YouTube channel, to say it better, it was when I started showing you guys basic graphs. So we want to be able to give that privilege to all the newest people as well. So they have the ability to really start off with basic graphs, and then as they get into the community, into Discord, they can start seeing a little bit more of a complex visual of what charts can really do in trading. But volume and RSI are pretty much the two that you have to have. If you don't have your volume and RSI open, in my opinion, you're a blind trader. It's like having your blinders on. You need to know the volume, you need to know the RSI and what they stand for. If you don't understand RSI and volume, I personally don't think you should be trading. I think you should hold off on it. I think it would be better for you to just be a value investor like I am in some cases, or, you know, a value investor and a trader, but get into trading slowly. Don't just rush into it, because trading is an art. It's a skill. It's something that you have to develop over time. So once again, if you are a trader, you have to understand what is trading. So RSI, Relative Strength Index, if it's over 70, that means it's overbought. And I'll give you guys an example of that. So here's how you can use RSI in your day-to-day trading. And I'll show you guys how effective this is. And if you never used it, you would be really screwed, right? So you might ask yourself, okay, I see the price. Let's say we're looking at this chart for Verge, and it's just like this. We don't know the future of this chart, right? And we're seeing the price decline, and you're a new investor. You're like, oh man, I'm going to get in on the dip. And you're like, all right, this is the end of the dip, right? Because you're not looking at anything. You buy here. Well, guess what? The RSI at that point was still right above 40. That's not the end of the dip. If you kept watching the RSI and you said to yourself, all right, if this thing hits 30, I'm going to buy. Guess what? It hit 30 right down here. So you would have bought right here. If you were watching RSI, So just because you were watching RSI, instead of buying up here, you would have bought right here because you saw it hit 30, and that indicates that something is underbought and is most likely going to rise in price. Anything around 30, if it goes under 30, that's a bottom. That pretty much indicates a support for the most part, unless we see a negative trend. So you would have bought right here, and guess what? Because you used RSI, guess what would have happened? You would have gained all of this, and then if you look at the RSI, as soon as it hits over 70, sell. So I would have probably sold right here, and I would have gained all of this right here. And that's what swing traders do over and over again, every single day, over and over again. And it almost becomes like a job. That's the truth. So that's why I like value investing as well, looking at the value of something so that at the end of the day, it doesn't become a job. It's something that could sustain itself over the long term, because if you invest in the Microsoft of blockchain today, you're going to be a very wealthy man. So that's that. How do you look at these chart patterns? It's on our Discord. So, you know, I know I repeat this, but there's a lot of new people. So if you guys are new, we have a Discord. Discord is pretty much a free resource that we've built for you guys to really just chat within the community, talk to me, talk to others within the community. We have admin and moderators as well, and just kind of learn crypto for yourself. The link is in the description below. You can access it. There's no ads on this. It's literally just a free resource that we've built for you guys. You can look at all the news here as well if you guys want to keep up to date with news. You can talk about wallets, taxes, mining, charts, any coin you want is right over here. We also do voice chats. By the way, tonight we're going to be having our night owl, and our night owl is going to be in our Discord. So if you guys are on Discord, then we're going to be having a night owl where we can chat back and forth. If you want to listen in, you can just listen in. If you want to plug your mic in and talk, you can plug your mic in and talk. But yeah, just click the link in the description if you guys want to get into Discord. We have tons of new members. I think we just hit over 5,000 members on Discord. So pretty exciting, guys. Let's take some more requests, though. So if you guys want to post your requests, let's look at it. Digibyte has a 5-minute transaction time per block, which is about 30 times faster than Bitcoin and 10 times faster than Ether. Well, NEM has a very fast transaction time too, Stuart. Why don't you invest in NEM? It's not just one thing that you have to look at. You have to look at a lot of different factors. You know, I'm not just putting you down. I'm just saying that's the truth. Lake Robinson said, no cryptos have low RSIs right now, so should we not buy? Peter Paying, anyone get into Golem? I haven't looked at Golem. I've heard about it, though, Peter. I probably should. K3 Control said QST. Intimate said blue. Qtum, Brian O'Connor. That's one of the picks on my portfolio. Yes, it is a good job. I spent the whole day doing this. Yep. XRP, OMG, XRP, XRP, XRP. Can you give your opinion on BRD? Fairly new to Binance. XLM, please. NEM. Stuart said NEM. Hunter, Harvard. Did you go to Harvard, Hunter? Jeremiah Bonet, LOL. Mr. Smith said, what has the fastest transaction time? I believe it's NEM, if I'm not mistaken. It's very fast. Have you heard of Qtum's creator? Some shady... I think Qtum is really nice. I looked at Qtum, and, you know, it's definitely something I was looking at. I do want to pull up XRP's chart, though. You know, we did title this video with XRP, so I am almost obligated to show you this, and I want to show you this because I know we've been seeing a couple different patterns form here with XRP. But let's go ahead and remove our drawing tools here. So as you can see, XRP is starting to stabilize around the dollar. It went over $1, pretty much stuck its way through. What I'm seeing right now is just a very volatile coin, and I think it's being this volatile just because of Bitcoin's price movement just being all over the place. It looks like we found some support here around 89 cents, but then it went all the way down to 77 cents at one point, which is kind of scary, to be honest with you. The fact that it's doing that, and you can also see that these levels of resistance continue to drop. You know, you can see a clear decline in this resistance, which could indicate a negative pattern forming. At the end of the day, it's not reaching the highs that it reached before, which was around $1.17. Then it went to $1.14. Then it reached $1.08. Now you're seeing it around 99 cents. So when you look at Ripple, you just have to be cautious to understand the fact that this thing was worth 25 cents for a very long time, and then automatically just shot up out of nowhere. as we started seeing a lot of speculative value go into the market. And at the end of the day, we could still see another run up upwards. At the end of the day, if guess what? If this market continues to go to 1 trillion, as I expect it to do towards 2018, in the beginning of 2018, I believe that we can see coins like XRP rising in value along with that. But if that doesn't happen, then at the end of the day, you have to be cautious and wary about these trades, guys. So, you know, when I saw XRP that high, I sold because I don't mind repositioning myself. And XRP was one of the coins that, you know, I was holding it, but at the end of the day, it is a centralized coin. And a lot of you guys argue about it's not centralized. Yes, it is. It is centralized. It's not something that you can just go and mine right now if you wanted to. You can't just mine Ripple. There's a lot of things about Ripple you can't do. And it's very centralized. You know, Ripple pretty much has a lot of control over it. You know, not saying that the coin itself will go away if Ripple stop, but they still have a lot of, you know, control over the coin itself. But, you know, with this pattern, I would say as it continues to form, there really isn't anything that's clearly forming right now. If you were to think something was clearly formed, I would say that whatever pattern was being formed broke when we did hit 77 cents. And that scares me, to be honest with you. The fact that we did go that low. I don't like to see that in a pattern because that, for me, almost indicates that there's a lot of weak hands here. And I wouldn't, you know, I wouldn't be surprised. A lot of people had their Ripple at 25 cents. I believe Ripple is going to be worth a lot. I think it's definitely going to be on my portfolio for 2018. I love Ripple. It's one of my favorite coins. You know, Ether is my favorite coin at this time. And that switched recently. You know, at first it was Bitcoin until I had that conversation with my friend that had the ICO. And, you know, he really opened my eyes, you know, especially because he's had a lot of success. So that's what I think about Ripple. Did that help out a little bit, guys? Just a little bit of you know, my thoughts about it because, you know, I know a lot of you guys have some Ripple, maybe holding Ripple. Maybe you guys are thinking about whether or not you want to sell your Ripple. And that's really my opinion upon Ripple. It's just the fact that it's more so a decision you have to make upon, do you want to take some profits? Do you want to rebalance? Rebalancing is always a good way to ensure that you get the most out of your investment. So it's really up to you guys what you guys want to do with Ripple and how you guys want to trade it. So let's go ahead and just kind of look at some requests here on our Discord. So I'm going to go ahead and open up a specific area here on our Discord that you guys can request some coins to look at. We'll actually go to the Patreon chat here. If you guys are on our Patreon, we'll take some Patreon requests here first. And then we'll also take some requests from the request tab. So if you are a Patreon, feel free to just post one request on the Patreon chat. You don't need to blow up the chat or anything. But we will take some Patreon requests here first. And then we'll look at our main chat room, which I'm going to open up right now on the live stream tab. So we're going to look at Substratum. King Lucifer asked for Substratum. If you guys want to request as well and you're not a Patreon, I'm going to open this up right now under the live stream tab on our Patreon. So just go to live stream and I'm going to open up your permissions so that you guys can get on this, as well as for the Night Owl tonight that you guys can tune in on. So that is currently open. Just go to the requests here under live stream. If you're not on Discord, the link is in the description. There is a desktop version. There's also a web version. There's also a mobile version, which is pretty cool because, you know, yesterday I saw the prices dropping and I announced it to everybody on the Discord. I was like, guys, prices are dropping, just so that you guys were aware of it. So we're going to take our Patreon requests first. So King Lucifer asked for Substratum. Let's go ahead and look at Substratum. Thank you for being a Patreon, King Lucifer. Let's pull up a Substratum request here. SUB USD. I actually did have some Substratum. I do plan to get back into it. I really like Substratum's vision. I think over the long term, if they can continue to fulfill their vision of having a decentralized web. If you guys don't know what Substratum, you know, what it's trying to do, it's basically trying to create a decentralized web. But I think that's a little bit far-fetched from, you know, 2017, 18, 19, but I think over time we can definitely see it gaining some adoption in the future. Unfortunately, it's not pulling up on our trading view, but I will show you guys this chart. So what I do like about Substratum, it's not diluted, guys. Look at this. It's still an undervalued coin, in my opinion. And the reason I say that is you can see the price movements, and this is an indicator that the prices haven't moved substantially like a lot of other coins like Verge. So I'll show you guys, and even at 30%, you haven't seen this really go up that much. If you look at Verge, look at the difference here. Look how diluted this chart is compared to a coin like Substratum. Look at that. You barely can see where the prices were because it's so diluted here. And it's primarily because it was so low for a long time. But at the end of the day, you know, that's obviously not a technical chart. That's just more of an opinion, I guess. I would love to look at the technical chart of Substratum, but it's not pulling up on our trading view. But at the end of the day, I like the concept. I think it's a good value investment. That's what I think about Substratum. At this point, it's just not necessarily, oh, I'm sorry, my charts aren't pulling up. Oh my gosh. I keep doing that, guys. That's why I have Patreons, because I need to get a new computer with 2 screens so I can actually have a lot more efficient live streams. Sorry about that, guys. God, I hate when I do that. But yes, so look, so Substratum, look at this chart with Substratum, and then look at Verge's chart. So this is Substratum. You can see the price movements, you can see the volatility, you can see the up and downs, and then you can look at Verge and then look at the difference. And this is not 100% of a way to determine, all right, is this coin undervalued or overvalued? But it is a way to look at, hey, how significant of a price movement has this coin seen in the past or present? And with Verge, if you look at this chart, it's just almost insane what you see. You see this huge, like, do you guys see the difference? Say yes on the chat if you see the difference. Do you guys see the difference in those 2 charts? Karen Deep said, please tell me about Litecoin. I'm a bit confused there. I have not chosen Litecoin to put on my list, and there's several different reasons why. Huge. Andrew said huge. Brian O'Connor said yes. Mr. Parker said yes. How do you feel about digital note? I got to look more into that, Samo. I only like to talk about things that actually I have competency on. Verge is closer to Bitcoin chart. Correct. 1967 said yes. Wolverine said yes. Sean said yes. Alex said sad to say. Who controls Ripple coin? Mr. Smith said that. Actually, the CEO of AOL is the CEO of Ripple. Ex-CEO, of course. What do you think about Tron? I'm going to make a video on that, Junli. IKEF said yeah. Smart Cash. Kizar said yes. Clear as day. TRX. Good, good. Luke. So you guys are understanding. I like it. How many different coins should be part of your portfolio? Luke asked. How many different coins should be part of your portfolio? I would say 12 to 16 coins, depending on what you're investing and how much you're investing at the end of the day and what type of portfolio you want. I'm going with 12 to 16. Sometimes 20 is a good one. I actually read a book by one of the largest hedge fund founder. His name was Ray Dalio. He started Bridgewater, and it's one of the largest hedge funds in the world. And he actually said you should have a minimum of 20 assets and investments so that it creates proper risk allocation and asset allocation. So I got the hiccups. Oh my gosh. So yeah, that's that. So that's what I think about Substratum. So let's go ahead and take some other requests here. We'll be doing our Patreons first. If you're not a Patreon, you can always get into the Patreon. The link is in the description below. And then you can get these exclusive rights to have first dib and have a little bit less of a diluted chat. Stan said OMG. So OMG is going on my portfolio as well, guys. I really like OMG. And I'm definitely planning to invest in this. It's also another coin like Substratum that doesn't have much dilution with its price movements in the history of it. As you can see, it's pretty much sustained pretty significant growth over the past couple of weeks. I'll go ahead and show you guys right now. So this is OMG. And we're going to pull up the cryptocurrency market capitalization chart. As you can see, not a diluted chart at all. I like this type of chart because it shows you that, okay, it's ranked 24. Maybe people overlook this with the past couple of weeks that we've seen these parabolic gains because it really hasn't seen that much of a gain. I mean, it went from like $7 to maybe around $16, just doubled, you know, and that's kind of low in the cryptocurrency market. If you're not making 100% returns, then you're pretty much not doing as good as everybody else in this market right now. So I think this is also pretty undervalued. It's another coin that I'm looking at for 2018 to put into my portfolio. Once again, I'm still working on the rebalancing and the different assets, but it's really nice. You know, OmniSgo is a public Ethereum-based financial technology. See, this is what I'm talking about, guys. Ethereum. Look at that. OMG. It's the number 24 on the list. It's worth $1 billion, over $1 billion, and it has everything built on Ethereum. That's why Ethereum, in my opinion, is one of the most diversified asset classes in cryptocurrency right now, because you see all of these platforms. I'm sure Pete really liked seeing that because I know he's a Ethereum fan, and you guys should be too, to be honest with you. Somebody said, what's the future of Iota? I don't know too much. Iota, for me, I need to do a little bit more research, because I was a fan of it, but now I've just been kind of, let off the pedal a little bit. But in terms of OMG's price range, as you can see, I've been trying to find a good buy point. But it looks to me that we may be forming a cup and handle. A very small one, but it is a cup and handle. As you can see, wow, beautiful. Yeah, we may see some price movement here with... So check this out, guys. This is really nice. If you guys don't know what a cup and handle is, I'll show you guys exactly what it is. We'll go on our Discord here. By the way, this is a free resource, open and available to all of you guys. The link is in the description below. You guys can just get on Discord, click Trading 101 here, and then go to cup and handle. As you can see, a cup and handle, it pretty much gets its name from the obvious pattern it makes on the chart. The cup is a curved U shape, while the handle slopes slightly downwards. In general, the right-hand side of the diagram has low trading volume, and it can last from 7 weeks up to around 65 weeks. Obviously, those numbers are different here when we're looking at this type of market that's just extremely volatile. You can still apply these patterns, but as you can see, you see the price initially going up here. This creates the depth within the cup, and then you see the base pretty much form here. It's a very small base, but there is a base here. And then volume is extremely low around this point, like we want to see. The handle is forming right over here. You got the cup base right over here, and then the perfect buy point in this type of chart and a cup and handle is right on breakout. So breakout would be right above where the handle lies. So if it does go to this point, I am going to put my position in. That's just something I already made a decision that I want to get into. So I'm going to actually set up a trade alert right here so that I can lock in my position as soon as it crosses. I like to buy at the top here at the breakout, so it confirms to me that the pattern is true and we're going to see a breakout. So I'm going to go ahead and set my price alert right there through my TradingView chart, and I'm going to be able to be alerted for that. If you guys don't have TradingView, you've never used this, the link is in the Discord. If you go to resources here, I added all of my favorite resources, so you guys can actually check this out on the Discord, as well as our helpful reads. So if you guys are new to cryptocurrency, I would recommend The Internet of Money. This is a very basic book about crypto, and it really helped me starting off. And then Mastering Bitcoin by the same author, a little bit more advanced, almost like a textbook of Bitcoin if you're willing to read it. And then this is for you thrillers that don't like to read. It's a more simplified book, but it gives you the past, present, and future of Bitcoin, which is pretty exciting. So yeah, guys, that's what we were looking at here in our Discord. Helpful reads, and then resources. This is the TradingView chart, somebody asked. So yeah, that's OMG for you, man. Hopefully that helped out a little bit, dude. This is, if you want to take a quick screenshot of this chart, I know some of you guys like to do that. You can take this screenshot, but I am going to be putting a buy position right there around $15.36. I don't mind buying there. By the way, if we look at the all-time high, it's a lot higher than that anyways. So I feel like prices are pretty low here. I think it's a good time to buy as long as we don't see another market correction. See, all-time high was at 21, so I can definitely see some gains here with OMG over the next couple of days. So I'm definitely looking to buy into OMG, and that's that. So you would buy there instead of the lowest point. No chart, bro. I'm so sorry. What are you guys talking about? You guys can see it now, right? Are you guys seeing it now? That's why I need more Patreon, so I can get another screen. No, but I am getting some computer stuff. That's why, by the way, if you guys know how to, if any of you guys know how to build computers, I'm looking for a computer, somebody that knows how to build computers. I'm looking for a web designer for our website that we're going to be releasing soon, as well as a graphic designer. So if you do have any of those skills, feel free to message me on Twitter. Feel free to message me. The best place is on Discord. The link is in the description below. Just create an account. Most of you probably haven't used Discord in the past, but it's a new social media platform that nobody's talking about. I think it's going to become the next big thing. The first thing I asked my friend when he showed me this was, could I invest in this? Because I think this is one of the most awesome platforms that we've ever been on. And as a community, we just hit over 5,000 users. So it's really popping, and it's the best place for cryptocurrency. And you can always message our admin as well. But I am looking for somebody that knows how to build computers. I need help. I need to get a streaming computer, you know, something really nice. I just don't know much about it. I need somebody that knows how to build beautiful websites and stuff like that. And then a graphic designer. So thank you guys for those of you that do message me. I know I got a couple messages here already. So let's take some requests here. Hopefully that helped out with OMG. Great find. Thank you for requesting OMG. I'm probably... Oh, we also wanted to make a chat here. So we'll make a chat here for Amis Go. So if you guys want to talk about this on Discord, we'll go ahead and create one for you guys as well. So there you go. You guys have your own chat there. Now you can talk about everything you want about Amis Go. So we'll look at our Patreon chat really quick before we get into the main chat. XLM, please. So shout out to Stan for recommending OMG, because I was looking for a buy point. And sometimes it's hard to find that when you're looking at so many. That's why I say focus on a couple different coins. That's what I would do if I were you guys. Focus on a couple different coins. If you guys don't know what to focus on, if you're a Patreon, I do have you know, my top coins every week that I focus on, so I can send you guys the charts and then explain everything to you guys so you guys know what I'm doing every week. But if you guys aren't on that, or you guys want to create your own, just look at specific coins and focus in on them. That's my best recommendation for all of you guys. So XLM, Homer said XLM USD. So XLM, I think this is more of a maturing chart. You know, I can't call this, you know, this could potentially become a cup and handle, because you see this left-hand side going up. You see that there is some depth, there is a base forming. So I'm going to let this slide a little bit. Let this one mature. If it does form a cup and handle, maybe we can look back at this later, or maybe you can look back at this. For those of you who requested this, I would be looking to see, is it going to go back around 24 cents? If it goes right around 24 cents, don't be worried to make a trade right now. Just wait to see what happens here. And by the way, if it does go around 24 cents, it also is going to break this downward pattern. So that would be 2 indicators to buy. So let me teach you guys something really quick. Sometimes you'll find 2 reasons to buy a coin. Oh my gosh, do I not have the chart up? Shoot. Dang it. Sorry, guys. All right, I got to stop doing that. So here's pretty much the chart we're looking at. So as you guys can see, there is a cup and handle right here on the right-hand side. Guys, sorry about that, by the way. That's not going to happen ever again. I mean, it might happen, but I'm not going to do that purposely, and I'm going to have upgraded equipment very soon, because, you know, I value this, and I value what you guys bring, and I want to make sure I bring you guys the best quality. So, yes, as you guys can see, this is the XLM chart. There is a cup and handle forming, in my opinion, because you can see this left-hand side, you see this depth here, and then you see this cup form. There is some depth. There's a base forming here, and then it rises up, and then a handle on this right-hand side may form. But what's interesting is you see this trend line that we had drawn out earlier. Focus on the top red trend line, guys. So this top red trend line right over here was something we drew out earlier, and guess what? If it does form a cup and handle, it would have to cross this trend line. So that would indicate 2 different indications that this is a perfect buy, and the price is going to go up. So when you see 2 indications, typically for me, that's automatic go. Because with 2 indications, it gives you more confidence in what you're doing, and the trade is what you're going to do. I just got a notification about John Mcafee pumping cryptocurrencies. Let's pull this up. You guys want to pull this up really quick? Let's look at what this article says. And that is hilarious. I don't really look at too much news, because I don't, you know, I look at news if it's something that's worth looking at. You know, I don't look at news that, you know, is trying to give me any sort of advice or something. But like, this is like news that is kind of funny. It says, is John Mcafee pumping cryptocurrencies for cash? Mcafee stands accused at the court of Reddit of shilling cryptocurrencies for money. The jury's out. John Mcafee promoting crypto. That is ridiculous. That is crazy. I'm pretty sure that's, I don't know, maybe he's done his legal work to make sure that's not illegal, but we'll see. So yeah, that's what I would do with XLM. So, you know, I would look at this tomorrow on our live stream, but it may already form the cup and handle and break out by tomorrow. And by the way, RSI is pretty good too. So that's a third indicator. We're very low, under 70. So if this goes up, if XLM goes up, I'm actually going to set up an indicator right now, an alert. You know, and if you don't buy at your alert, then maybe you're out for dinner, you don't buy, don't get mad. I mean, there's always opportunities in trading. But I'm actually going to set up a price alert here that I can potentially buy on when it does form this pattern, because I was looking to get into XLM as well for my portfolio. So yeah, there you go. I would say if it does cross this barrier, that's 2 indications, 3 indications with the RSI that it is a perfect buy. So let's go ahead and look at some other requests here. No Verge in your portfolio equals you're an amateur. I do have Verge. So we got a couple different requests. I'm not going to be able to look at everything on the Patreon, but I will take a couple more here. Red Coin, please. Let's look at, I don't think Red Coin is on this, to be honest with you. And, you know, being that, well, it is here. They do have Red Coin, but it was pumped. And, yeah, look at that. This was John Mcafee. He posted the coin, and it got pumped. There really isn't a pattern here, as you can see, especially with this huge pump. This is literally what a pump and dump is. That's what John Mcafee is doing. I mean, there's no denying it. The way you know that, look at this RSI. As soon as he posted the tweet, it just jumped in value. So at the end of the day, it's more of like I just wouldn't be able to draw out a price movement here, because I mean, I would imagine that it would go down because it was pumped. But yeah, that's what I would say about Red Coin at this time. I need to do more research on Red Coin as well. Oh my gosh, I did it again. There you go. So it's been pumped, as you can see. So that's definitely a coin I would just kind of be hesitant about getting into right now. You can see, look at this RSI. You see that it just jumped. Look at the purple. The RSI is in the bottom. It's in the purple, and it's where you see that blue crosshair at. And you see the 43 goes right up to 70 or 82, and then it drops back down. That's a pump and dump. You can see this volume, the sell volume just went through the roof after it was pumped. I don't see that as a coin I would want to invest in right now. So let's go ahead and look at our Discord, Patreon chat here. ADA, Ali Ahmed said ADA. Let's look at ADA really quick. ADA BTC. Interesting. We did break this negative pattern. However, it looks like we're still heading down. So we may go right back into this pattern. This is pretty simple. Because we're looking at a Satoshi chart, I like to just say this. Obviously, you see some support levels right here around 2,611 Satoshis. Let me just redraw everything here, because I was probably tired when I drew this out, because it's not as good as it could be. But you can see there's clear support here right around 2,600 Satoshis. I would just kind of watch this channel, keep this one simple, just kind of see, can it stay within these Satoshi levels? And if it does, then that's good. If it does break out of this channel, you know, the real channel is right here, by the way. This is like the actual resistance level. But I still can consider that a point that I want to watch, and that's how I set up my layer trade. So let me teach you guys something really quick. So when I see a chart like this, right, and I see that there are resistance levels and a channel being formed, but then there's this previous resistance close to this channel, I set up another line on top, and when I make my trades, I like to buy in the breakout. So I would most likely, if I were to buy, let's say this eventually starts going upwards, right, and I want to place a buy order on this coin, this is exactly how I would buy this coin. I would look at this and say, I'm going to go ahead and purchase right on top here. I'm going to make this green here. So I would purchase, let's see here. I'm going to make this, so everything that I would purchase is going to be in purple. So if it did break out this yellow, which is the resistance in the channel, I would buy 25% of my position here. I would probably buy another 25% right here. And then if it does go beyond this and breaks its previous all-time high, I would put the rest of my 50% position right up here. I would set up my stop losses. So the purple is the buy prices. And then I would set up my stop losses in terms of me selling, just in case after I buy. Let's say I buy 25%, 25%, and starts going down. I would set up my stop loss right down here. So I lose minimal profits. I would do 50% and 50% just in case. I like doing layer trades because it ensures that you're not just going all in, all out, back and forth. But I hope that isn't too advanced, but that's kind of like my methodology, almost like my manual algorithmic trading. So that's how I would play ADA, which I do plan to get a position in soon. So I feel like we'll be in that channel for quite a while. Let's go ahead and look at our Discord. Somebody said, how are you requesting on Discord? The Discord link is in the description below. For those of you that aren't on Discord, this is not just a chat. This is also a resource. So we have tools here that you guys can look at, definitions, charts. We have some book recommendations that I've read, and I truly recommend. It really helped me out in trading, understanding the technology. And then I have all of my resources here, the charts, the exchanges that I look at, the wallets I use, crypto calendar. If you guys don't know what crypto calendar is, I would definitely check this out. If you pop this open, let me show you something really cool. With the crypto calendar, if you look at how it will actually show you all of the cryptocurrency events that could affect prices that are upcoming. And this is a good way to stay ahead of the game. We actually talked about this in our Night Owl yesterday, but we talked about how you can stay ahead, and an advantage that you guys all have in cryptocurrency is delayed transactions. Most people can't even buy the Bitcoin they want to buy when they want to buy it because it's just too delayed. So if you guys can find out that something's going to happen, like, okay, you know, let's say you find out that Ripple just merged with Microsoft because you were looking at crypto calendar and nobody knew that yet. Nobody in the press knew it. Nobody on Twitter knew it. Well, then you go buy it, you know, buy some Ripple, put a position in, and then bam, you know, it's almost like what John Mcafee is doing, but it's actually going to be permanent because it's legitimate news that is influencing the price. So that's an advantage. I call it a slight edge. You can see Neo, BitBay, Grosscoin. So if you guys want to look at all of our resources, we have many of them on our Discord. You just have to go to our resources tab and look at them. So let's continue taking our, let's finish up these requests. So we do have TRX here. Crypto Ken said, what are the most undervalued coins which you think will go up soon? Well, Crypto, if you were paying attention, we did mention a couple of them, Ken. So we mentioned OMG was one, Substratum was one, and then we're going to continue looking at more. I think Qtum was one as well. But there are a lot of undervalued ones, in my opinion. But it's just something, it's not something that's just on the top of my head. Being that you are a Patreon, when I do my portfolio review, depending on what tier you're at, you know, you'll receive more information. I'm still working on the reward system with my team. We're going to make sure that it's just really nice and valuable to you guys. So, you know, don't worry about it. You're a Patreon. You'll know exactly what I'm doing in my portfolio and stuff, being that you are a Patreon, because obviously we value that a lot. But let's go ahead and look at TRX here, guys. So let's pull up TRX, and we're going to take some more YouTube requests as well soon. We'll take some Discord requests. We just want to, you know, help out our patrons. Oh yeah, TRX does not pull up here, unfortunately, but we'll pull up this chart. I don't mind pulling this up right now. We'll pull up the Tron chart on CoinMarketCap. So I will be making a video on this very soon. And the reason being is it's almost like Verge. Just a ton of people are eyeing it, and it's had some pretty stable growth. It's built some pretty strong support levels. It looks like around 3 cents. So I am going to make a video on this coming up soon. But what I do like about this coin is it doesn't look like it's overvalued just yet. You know, you don't see a crazy graph yet like you saw with Verge. It looks like prices are on the way to break out because you see these constant breakouts and they keep on hitting 3 cents. It doesn't look like it's going any lower than that. So I like that about Tron. Obviously, I can't do a technical analysis because there's no chart to do that, but that's what I would say about Tron. Good question, Crypto Ken. I would like to know the answer as well. There you go. That's the answer. Those are a couple of them. Tron is also added to that as well, CryptoCan. Interesting. I thought Tron would be a little bit more overvalued, but it wasn't. Worldwide supercomputer using Ethereum. Interesting. We'll have to look at Golem. Thank you for posting that, King Lucifer. Is ETH a good buy right now? I bought some ETH recently, Ali. If you want, we'll pull up the ETH chart really quick. I actually did put position in. I liquidated some of my Bitcoin for ETH, and we did see a breakout. As you can see, we're forming almost like a cup and handle right now as well. Yeah, this is interesting. Wow. So if you look at what ETH is doing, you can see that you see some price breakout here. You see that it is building some depth for the cup. It does have a base forming down here. And then as long as this handle forms correctly and we see a handle come to these levels right here, which it's about to, it might need to do it soon. If it doesn't do it soon, then this cup and handle is just going to be deformed. But what we're going to be looking for, if you guys aren't in the live stream, just go on our Discord and go to our Trading 101 and just go to cup and handle so you guys can stay up to date on what this looks like. And then if it does form that, the breakout is actually indicated here as well on our Discord. So I just bought, you know what I'm doing, for Ethereum, I'm dollar cost averaging my Ethereum. So if you guys don't know what dollar cost averaging is, it's very simple. The definition is also on Discord. So once again, this is a free resource. Don't miss out on just getting the ability to be a part of a community, guys. I highly encourage you. I want to see all of you guys there. By the way, I have a question for you guys. If you guys think that Ripple, Ethereum, and let's say Ripple, Ethereum, and Litecoin will do very well in 2018, like this video right now. Let's see how much people actually have belief in these coins. Look at, wow. Oh my gosh. This video just got a ton of likes out of nowhere. So obviously people like these three coins. I think these three coins are definitely going to see a lot of growth in 2018 just because people have their eyes on it. At the end of the day, maybe we should do a survey. I want to pull up a survey as well. I think a lot of people, they undervalue the true value of a lot of coins, such as Ethereum, you know? Because once again, Ethereum, somebody said, I think Bitcoin Cash versus Litecoin. That's true, Peter. I agree. But I think Bitcoin Cash will outdo Litecoin 100%. I mean, Bitcoin Cash is, I mean, there's no doubt about it. Bitcoin Cash surpasses Litecoin in every way, shape, and form as a currency. It's just way more advanced. That's just the truth. So, XRP HODL. Interesting you mentioned Bitcoin Cash, Peter. So we'll look at our Discord here, take up another request here on Patreon here. Let's go do Golem USD based on ETH. All right, let's do Golem really quick. So we'll pull up Golem. I know you guys requested that. Beautiful, beautiful. Okay, I see very interesting chart. A lot of volatility here. Doesn't look like it's seen too much price movement upwards. You know, at least vertically, it looks like it's been pretty stable as it reached its new highs. Looks like it is building some support. I would call support right now around this level of around, I'd say 49 cents, because you see it did touch that twice here. This is what I would do. This is pretty simple for me. You can see that it did drop quite significantly when it hit 68 cents. I'd like to see, is it going to pass 68 cents? If it does pass this, then there is a potential opportunity for me to buy. When I see a chart like this that has all this volatility, what I mean by that is you see these huge red patterns, then you see these huge green patterns, and a ton of red, ton of green. Obviously, people are selling their coins, but also people are buying it. And at the end of the day, what you want to do is be strategic with where you place your trades. So what I would do in this case, I would place my trades, once again, right above this so-called resistance level. And I would really want to make maybe a 25% of my purchase here. Once again, we do have another resistance up here. With, it looks like it to be an all-time high around 73 cents. So I would still maybe at the all-time high purchase another 25%. Then around, you know, I'd say 2 to 3% above the all-time high, I'd do another 50% trade, and then that right there would be how I would strategize against a coin like this, especially with this much volatility, just to ensure that I have a good position. Because if it does cross levels of all-time highs, then you can most likely see a breakout at the end of the day. Shout out to Cole for just becoming a new Patreon. Good to have you, man. So let's pull up our Discord chart really quick here. So co-vesting. Ralphie Boy said co-vesting. Let's pull up co-vesting really quick. Co-vesting. Yeah, it may not be on TradingView, unfortunately. But we can pull up this one right here, co-vesting. Yeah, for some reason it's not pulling up. I do apologize. Maybe I'm not searching it right. COV. Yeah, for some reason it's just not. Yeah, it's not pulling up. I do apologize. Somebody said, let's see, 10x. Let's look at 10x real quick. So pull up 10x. 10x is also on my list of purchases. So I do plan to also buy some 10x. I'm really liking the chart. I think it's also very undervalued, just to add to the question that we had from, who was that? Crypto Ken. He asked, what is the most undervalued coin? I think this is also another very undervalued coin. I'll also show you a chart here that you guys can look at. A lot of these coins came from me talking to some of my friends that have had very successful, very successful portfolios in the industry, if not had their own ICOs or had their own coins in the top 20. So when I look at a coin like 10x, for me, it's extremely undervalued. You know, you've got a circulating supply already of 104 million, and you're looking at 43 million in volume. But just look at this. This is graphs that I'd like to see. This is how I like to, like, you know, sometimes it gets kind of annoying just seeing crazy graphs all the time. And when I see graphs like this that are just level and, you know, just doesn't look like any sort of crazy thing happened to it, I'd like to see that. So with this coin, obviously it's forming an upward trend. It doesn't look like it's forming anything specific in terms of pattern, but you can definitely see a channel forming from down here all the way up to around this realm. And what's clear about this coin is it's going up right now, but the RSI is still fairly low. So when RSI like that is low and you see prices going up, that's a good indication that it's a potential buy. I think we may see a potential breakout here, being that we are approaching these all-time highs. Looks like an all-time high here around $4.91. And we are approaching that. I don't think it's ever been that high. Let's go and pull the one-day chart just to ensure that there wasn't any all-time high. Maybe in the beginning there may have been. Yeah, there was some back in the day, but yeah, I mean, looks like it hit $5.17 at one point. And when the ICO first came out, it looked like it was on $9.37. But that's not a bad thing. That's sometimes good. It's good to know that, all right, this coin has had a lot of success in the future, in the past, and it looks like it's going up. It did break this channel that it was pretty much in for since, let's say, I'd say September all the way up until around December. It broke that channel, and now it's on its way up. I would also watch to see, is it going to break this previous all-time high? I wouldn't consider the initial ICO sell-off as an all-time high, because most ICOs see that. But at the end of the day, I would say the all-time high is right here around the levels I talked about. If it does break that, I would definitely invest. You know, that's why I see this in my portfolio, and it's already been in my portfolio because I've been watching this coin. So that's what I like about 10x. Let's go ahead and look at these. Thank God I had my chart open on that one, right? Let's look at these requests here. Golem, we looked at that. I believe we looked at that, didn't we? Golem. GNT. Here, let's pull up GNT really quick on CoinMarket. And we're getting that request quite often. So Golem as a coin, I am going to look into this in terms of maybe doing an ICO review on it. But I want to look at prices here. Okay, cool. Very similar to what we just looked at with 10x. Prices are not that diluted yet. It doesn't look like too many people have really traded this coin just yet. It looks like we're seeing it approach its previous all-time high. It looks like it just broke its all-time high. I don't think I can pull up GNT on my trading view. Let's see if we can. Yeah, we can. Oh, interesting. Awesome. Oh, I've pulled that up before. Yeah, I love this type of chart, guys. At the end of the day, what we're seeing here is a coin that just hasn't seen the parabolic run-ups that we've seen with all these other coins. Yeah, you see it's increasing in value, of course, but that's because there's more people in this market. At the end of the day, this isn't seeing, you know, 500-600% increases yet. So, you know, in a market this early, if the technology is good and it's there, you can definitely expect that. This is really easy for me. You know, I have this channel already pretty much built out. For me, I would be setting up buy positions on top of this major channel. And then you see this all-time high right on top here. I would be setting up most of my positions up here. So 50% on top of the all-time high, maybe 25% here and 25% in between. And that would be a confident trade for me because, you know, prices here, they look good. They haven't been overbought in my opinion. RSI is approaching a little bit of a high level, so we may see this pull back. If it does, that's no big deal. If it follows this channel, that would be nice to see as well. So I would be waiting to see our resistance level is going to break at this point and then going ahead and determining what trade I'd like to make at that point. So LSK looks good, just got pumped. Interesting. So let's look at what we've got here. Icon. Ali Ahmed said Icon. Let's pull up Icon really quick. Iconic. Icon. Doesn't look like it's pulling up on our trading view. However, we can always look at this coin market cap version of it. And then let's see what other requests people are having here. So it looks like we're also knocking out a lot of these normal requests as well. So it looks like we also have, these are our normal requests on Discord. Somebody said PPT, IOTA, DGB. We did DGB. Oh no, we haven't done, we can do that. IOTA, PPT, Litecoin, Stratus, Tron. I'll make a video on Tron, but we already looked at that. Litecoin, KMD, Komodo. Yes, I do have some Komodo. I think I may have sold my Komodo. I would have to look into that. Iconic, very similar. It doesn't look like it's too. It looks very similar to the other charts that I looked at. So I would say same call on this. I would watch these prices, see if it's going to break past, you know, these levels here at around. What is this? 28 cents US dollars. If it can break past that, which it's almost breaking past that, then there could potentially be some huge gains on a coin like this, especially because it's such an early coin. So I don't want to talk too much about a coin that's in 772 of a rank. I think that's a little bit too far right now. It can have a lot of price manipulation. So I would be careful about price manipulation with that type of coin. So I am getting a little bit tired here, guys. I'm going to take one more request here because I do want to do a night owl. But if you guys want to tune into our night owl tonight, just go on our Discord and go to voice channels. I'm sorry, go to live stream on the left-hand side, and then just join our night owl chat here. I'm going to be opening this up for you guys in just a second, and you guys can actually get in here and start to use it. And you know, we can actually chat back and forth. And I went ahead and opened that. As you can see, people are already joining in. But we'll talk in the night owl, and we'll just kind of go through a couple questions. If you guys just want to listen in, I know some of you guys are a little bit shyer. That's completely fine as well. Just listen in. There's a chat as well, but I am going to take one more request. We'll do another live stream, guys. We do it every night, so don't, you know, feel bad if we're not doing your request yet. I know I get a lot. I want to make sure I prioritize my Patreons because obviously they're contributing, and that means a lot. But I see a lot of IOTA, even in the Patreon chat here. People were asking for IOTA here, K3 control, and we'll go ahead and pull up IOTA, IoT, USD. So let's go ahead and look at what we've got here. Okay, beautiful, beautiful. I like this. Looks like we got a pretty just small channel forming here. As you can see, I would just watch this channel. It's very simple what we see here. When you see a channel this tight, you can really start to watch it to see when is this going to break out of this channel. Sometimes these channels can go on. If you guys remember a couple days ago when we were doing our live stream, Ripple had a channel like this go on for days. And I told you guys, I was like, just watch it. And eventually it broke out of this channel. So we actually predicted a couple coins, like Litecoin, we predicted pretty good when it broke out. I'm not always going to be right, guys. Once again, I'm just giving you guys my perspective, guys. You just need to take this in and say, okay, Naeem said this is his perspective. Let me find out my perspective. And then maybe you go on our Discord or you ask somebody else for another perspective. Sorry, the chart isn't on. There you go. So you just get different perspectives from different people, and it will enable you to really understand what you're doing. So as you can see, it looks like we have resistance, small resistance around $3.05, and then $3.08, $3.53 is what I was trying to say. And I would just watch this channel. It's a small channel, but obviously it is a channel, because as you can see, even when it tried going up, it still saw resistance, but every time it tries to go down, it stops around this area. So I like seeing small channels like that. It's not something you see quite often, to be honest with you. And what's cool about channels is you can track them easily, because you can see exactly where it breaks out, whether it's positive or negative. If it breaks out positive, you set your buy positions on top. So I do want to mention this really quick, guys, before we finalize this stream. Once again, we do these every night, so make sure you turn on your post notifications on YouTube. I know a lot of you guys are subscribed. Thank you for being subscribers, but also turn on your post notifications, because I do these streams sporadically, as you guys know. You know, I want to make sure that you guys get notified on these streams so you guys can have your requests taken. And then once again, if you go on our Discord, feel free to go there. But I am looking for 3 different, you know, we're really going to be expanding Sniper's Tube, and I am looking for somebody that knows how to build computers. Maybe help me out. Maybe send me a list of a really nice build on Discord or something. The best way to contact me would be Twitter or Discord. But I am looking to get a new streaming computer so I can stream simultaneously. Or if you know how you can help with streaming, I just need to get a stream up on Twitch and YouTube at the same time. My computer can't handle it, you know, like restream and stuff. But I know there's ways to like do it through other systems. I'm not sure how, but if you have any idea about that, just send me a message. That could really help out. We are looking for somebody that knows how to build websites as well for our official Sniper's Tube website. We're also looking for a graphic designer. So if I were you, just send me graphics, just work on something, you know, if it's really nice and you're confident in your work, and you send it to me and I like it, we'll use it. And obviously we'll help you out with whatever you need. But that's for sure, guys. Did you guys enjoy this? Say yes or no. Did you guys enjoy this? Was this a good live stream? Did you guys learn a lot? Did this add value? That is our goal here at Sniper's Tube, is to add value to each and every one of you guys. I look forward to seeing all of you guys tonight in this Night Owl. So it's everybody go on our Patreon. I'd love to meet some of you guys, talk to some of you guys, and maybe you guys can just hear a discussion that might enlighten you and give you ideas that you probably wouldn't have gotten if you weren't there. As you can see, we got a full house here, so everybody can join in right now on our Night Owl. It's going to be an awesome time tonight, and I really look forward to it. Yes, Spencer said yes. Edwin said yes. MK, Litecoin, we'll have to talk about that. You're very welcome, Peter. Thank you, brother. Bacardi Man said yes. Patman says, always, you do good work. Thank you, brother. Thank you, man. Hank says, thanks a lot, man. Thank you, brother. Thank you for the support. K3 Control says, no, all I wanted to do was look at OST. What the F? All right, why don't we look at it? He's getting a little bit frustrated. Let's see what happens with OST. OST is not pulling up. Let me see if it pulls up here on our charts tab. Let's pull up OST really quick. Yeah, see this, I don't like to do too much on these. I would have to do this would be more of an ICO review for me type of video, because I don't know the chart. Number one, I can't do a technical analysis. Number two, the market cap's at 49 million. That can easily be manipulated, guys, and price manipulation is really big. As you see with John Mcafee, he can easily pump coins in the top 60. So if that's the case, imagine a coin ranked 195. I mean, it could easily be pumped. That's why I try to stay away unless I really like the technology and I believe in it. So I would have to do more of an in-depth analysis for a coin like that. So anyways, that's about it, guys. Thank you so much. Thank you, Zachary. I'll definitely check my messages, brother. Yeah, Mac for the win, right? But not for streaming. That's hilarious, Zach. But yeah, thank you guys so much for tuning in. If you guys haven't already, the Discord link is in the description below. Our Patreon link is in the description below. There are rewards for doing that. And also on Discord, it's your #1 place to just get all of your cryptocurrency news and updates. Thank you so much, guys. Once again, we are approaching 10,000 subscribers. I really appreciate each and every one of you guys. You're welcome, K3. I really appreciate each and every one of you guys sharing our videos, sharing our channel, because I know a lot of you guys are doing that, and that's why we've grown so fast. I think we're the #1 growing cryptocurrency channel right now on YouTube. You know, I think we've grown, I don't know how, 5,000 to 6,000 subs over the past week or two. So thank you so much for that, guys. That really means a lot. I really couldn't have done that without our admin team, our mod team, as well as you guys just continuing to support the channel and supporting the cause of educating everyone about cryptocurrency in a free manner, where you guys can choose whether or not you guys want to learn and upgrade and enhance your education. So I really appreciate that, guys. Thank you so much. Thank you, Peter. Appreciate that. And once again, I am very grateful for you guys. I hope you guys have had an awesome holiday season. Spend time with your family and friends, guys. This is your time to do it. I mean, at the end of the day, that's what matters. And you know, you want to spend quality time with them. You know, my mentor always taught me, he said, oh, shout out to Tony W, just became a patron. Thank you, brother. But yeah, you know, my mentor always taught me, he said, you always want to be around family and friends when you have the chance, because you're not always going to get time with them. So, you know, have fun, guys, in the holiday season. I know winter time's coming up. 2018 is coming up. It's going to be an awesome year. We'll look at more charts tomorrow and take more requests. So once again, as you guys know, smash that like button. If you guys haven't already, we got 300 viewers. Let's have 300 likes. How about that? That's the least that you guys can do to help out too. So thank you, guys. Love all of you guys. Once again, snipers out.